We've seen prepositional phrases like adjective phrases operating as modifiers inside other phrases, but what of their internal structure? Well, as with all the other phrases we've dealt with, they have their own heads. Prepositional phrases have prepositions as heads, just as noun phrases have nouns as their heads. And they also have modifiers. Noun phrases are the most typical, and they tend to come straight after the preposition. The reason for that is that prepositions are essentially relationship words. They relate one thing to another. It doesn't mean that they're involved in marriage guidance. It means that usually on one side there's something and on the other side there's something, so that if we look at in, then something is in something or other else, and the something or other else is often a noun phrase coming straight after the preposition. As well as that, the something that comes straight after can itself be a prepositional phrase. So if we ask up where, then up on the plateau, the where is on the plateau. In where is in a room. There are degree adverbs possible on the left-hand side, just inside the door. Not inside the door, but just inside the door. For those of you with really acute sensitivities, you'll notice that the just tells us about inside the door, not just inside. So that means that the kind of flat tree diagrams we've been drawing are not quite accurate, but they'll do for the meantime. Here's how we do that. The preposition is the head of the phrase, and it's on the left, and after it comes a noun phrase, and the noun phrase is a modifier. We've seen that it's a typical noun phrase, the garden. Well, if prepositions are relationship words, then prepositional phrases are important because they often tell us where and what and so on in relation to something or other else. Let's have a look at this piece from a novel again. At first, prepositional phrase. At first tells us when whatever it is going to happen. There was no one about. About in this case is a prepositional phrase with only a preposition in it. Then he saw a single figure, a girl, far where, down the beach, prepositional phrase, down the beach, close to where the surf was breaking, sitting under a beach umbrella, prepositional phrase. He went where? Towards her. When he was close enough to see her clearly, he sat where? Down, prepositional phrase, on the white sand, prepositional phrase. If we look at this piece of description, it would be almost impossible without prepositional phrases. These prepositional phrases locate things. The girl is down the beach, so we now know where the speaker is, obviously up the beach. Where? Close to where the surf was breaking, sitting under a beach umbrella. He went where? Towards her. When he was close enough to see her clearly, he sat down on the white sand. All of these prepositional phrases are ways of locating what's going on in time and space, and that's quite typical of prepositional phrases. Descriptive writing is often littered with prepositional phrases, all telling us where and when and so on everything's happening.